What's your favorite Pixar movie? This is another question, another phrase that I use at camps a lot. What's your favorite Pixar movie? And the kids look at me and they go, what? And I go, Pixar. What's your favorite Pixar movie? And a lot of the kids will think and I go, Toy Story, Cars, Up, that's a big one. Inside Out is like the new big one that kids like to say. And I go, okay, what happens at the beginning of every Pixar movie? And they think and they go, the lamp. And I go, yeah, the lamp comes bouncing out across the word Pixar and it lands on top of the letter I and it pounds the letter I into the ground and the lamp takes over as the new I. And I go, think about that lamp. What does it look like? The lamp has a base, the lamp has a top where the bulb is, and then in the middle are those levers that give that Pixar lamp that little bit of a spring to it that allows it to bounce and jump. And I say that's what your right leg or your power leg needs to look like when you are doing a power throw or when you're doing a standing throw, a power position throw, whatever you guys call it back home, okay? And they look at me and they go, what? And I go, okay, so your right leg has a base, just like the lamp has a base. And your right leg has a top, it's your hip and your butt, just like the lamp has a top. And in the middle, you've got this bouncy, springy thing that needs to bounce up and down and spring up and down, just like the lamp has that intersection where those points meet to make it bouncy, to make it springy. So if you think of that Pixar lamp, if the Pixar lamp was leaning over to the left, okay, is it going to be able to bounce up and down? No, it's going to fall over. If that Pixar lamp is leaning too far to the right, is it going to be able to bounce up and down? No, it's going to fall over. In order for that Pixar lamp to bounce, we have to make sure that it is stacked up and balanced. And that's what we need to do when we get into the power position. So one of the ways that I teach discus and shot power position is I tell my athletes to get stacked up on that power leg. So getting stacked up on the power leg looks like this. We want them to start in a good athletic position with their feet opened up, their legs opened up a little bit wider than they would normally do if they were going to jump or if they were going to squat. And again, guys, excuse the wind. It is December, but it's 64 degrees, so we came outside to shoot some videos. The next thing we're going to do, you can notice my hip, which is right here, my hip flexors, are inside, in between my feet. So now I need to stack it up. I need to stand on one leg and stack my right hip on top of my right knee, on top of my right ankle. And from there, I can be like the Pixar lamp. I can bounce up and down, just like that Pixar lamp. I'm not doing this where I'm standing up and shifting. I'm keeping my weight on top of that right ankle and I'm bouncing up and down, just like that Pixar lamp. If you look from the side, if you pretend I'm throwing this way, we're here, I'm stacked up and I'm bouncing, just like that Pixar lamp bounces on the letter I in the word Pixar. So if one of your athletes is coming out of their glide, for example, they're gliding, they're in zero support, they're turning that foot pretty well, and their weight is falling, their weight is kind of shifting toward that toe board, they are not in that Pixar lamp position. The other way I tell them is it's kind of like a trampoline. You have to go down into that trampoline. You have to absorb your weight as you land into that trampoline and then jump with the trampoline. So the trampoline is going to assist you, but you still have to be patient and wait. You've got to bend and stay stacked up. So if you're coming out of, for example, let's say discus, you're doing a full rotation, a South African. When you get to the middle here, you have to be stacked on top. As you do that mirror turn, you have to be stacked on top. Notice I'm still able to bounce like that Pixar lamp. I'm able to bounce like that Pixar lamp because my hip is on top of my ankle, and my knee is in between, just like the Pixar lamp. If the hips are shifted over, then that lamp is going to fall over. If the hips are shifted back, the lamp is going to fall back. If they have too much weight, the lamp is going to fall this way. You have to stay stacked up and bounce, just like that Pixar lamp.